My most viewed video on this channel is my React TikTok video. I often wonder why it's so popular, and after doing a bit of research and just seeing my own recommended, I've come to the conclusion that it's because of the word TikTok. People just love dogging on shit from that website, and honestly, I can relate. It's home to some of the worst content on the internet, and a lot of the creators haven't migrated over here, so it works perfectly that I can just dog on their shit, and people enjoy it over here. That being said, I am going to be starting a series on the channel called What the Fuck, a series about TikTok, meaning this would be the first installment, talking about some of my favorite TikTok content. TikTok has had no shortage of entrepreneurial content. And no, I'm not just talking about Gary Vee, who claims to have started from the bottom, even though right out of college he had a manager job at his parents' winery, which, I mean, if that's starting from the bottom, I don't even know where I am. Like, I'm under the ground. But anyway, the main focus of today's video is a man called Jason Capital, which, wow, that's quite the last name, if I do say so myself. It's not even his real last name. His real name is Alex Morocco. Yeah, okay, I understand the change. But Capital, really? In terms of his content, I think the best way to describe it is that he's that one kid from your high school who started a startup on Instagram where he'd sell clothes or shoes or something, and after a week of it not taking off or a gain of only 2 followers, he decided to give up or rebrand completely. To that kid who's watching, this isn't an insult to you, bro. Your company that's unique yet exactly the same as every other dude's is totally cool, and your novice level sewing skills to put 10-cent sewing patches on t-shirts is totally lit, bro. Keep up that grind. You're the next Warren Buffett. The only difference in the case of Jason Capital is that he accidentally made it big somehow. His largest platform is, of course, TikTok, where he has hundreds of videos with only the most necessary information. That's the thing about these quote-unquote business tycoon entrepreneur guys on TikTok. They just rinse and repeat their content over and over again, just with bigger words and in longer form. You could sum up all of the information on his TikTok into a 10-page PDF, and that would do the trick. Google labels him as having a net worth of $2 million, which very well could be wrong, I understand that, but if it's even in the ballpark, that seems quite low for a best-selling author, CEO of 2 companies, and self-proclaimed entrepreneur who's created many businessmen. I'm not saying anything, but maybe a little sus. That's the net worth of my grandpa on his 3M pension. Maybe he should be an entrepreneur as well. He's a quote-unquote best-selling author, and we all know what that means. In the subcategory of the subcategory of the other category of the subcategory, he had a best-selling book. Congrats, man. He owns 2 businesses, which, just like every other entrepreneur, they're completely irrelevant and no one really knows what they are. Now, let's look at some of his content. He does have some good stuff. There's some alright information in here. However, a lot of times a TikTok of his will scream, "I needed to make an irrelevant TikTok right now," and it shows. Try this next time you catch someone's eye.
Have you ever been on like maybe a subway or a bus or a restaurant and you notice someone's looking at you, and when you look at them, what do? They look away immediately. Why do they look away? Yeah, they might say, "I don't want to get caught," or "I wasn't really looking." They might give some bullshit excuse, but the truth is, when they realize that you caught them, tension skyrockets inside. They're like, looking, I'm relaxed. Oh shit, they saw me. Tension rises. When you get caught, there's gonna be a natural response internally for tension to rise inside of you. And I want you to take advantage of that tension as we practice to train this muscle. So I want you to get caught twice today. Looking at them, they see you, and then you get caught. And I want you to not look away. I want you to continue looking at them, relaxed, just for 3 seconds. Relax, so you're not super creepy or anything. So we get caught for 3 seconds, relax, focus on breathing.
Why? Like, what good does that do for me? At all. According to the definition of entrepreneur, I should be better at business and life after watching this, but now I'm just confused. I do this already, not on purpose, just to show I'm alpha. Holy shit. Hide your wife. Commenting God is an alpha. This man runs the streets by staring at people for 3 seconds. 3 seconds. 3 seconds. I'm truly not worthy. It's clear that Jason Capital has procured a very young fan base, and maybe this guy's just being sarcastic, but damn, could have fooled me.
My grandmother passed away last year after battling pancreatic cancer for almost 6 years. When she was diagnosed, the doctors told her she had 3 months to live. She went almost 6 years. That's my DNA. That's running through my blood. That's survivorship. That's a part of me. She's a fucking survivor. She was the queen of our family. There is no NLP trick. There is no visualization trick. There's no journaling trick, no affirmation trick, no incantation trick, no meditation trick, no go to the hills of the Himalayas and meditate with the guru for 11 and a half years. None of that shit is going to cure you of your fear except for actually doing the thing. That's it. You guys down with that, yes or no?
Well, yeah, I'm scared of cancer, so I guess I should get it? I mean, as crazy and slightly insulting as that sounds, that's what he's implying. That if you somehow overcome your fear of cancer, it will go away. Which I don't even need to say anymore.
When Alexander the Great was marching across all of Greece and Asia, just everywhere, conquering the world, he knew he wanted a city that would become the capital of the world. And he found a place, it was near water, he thought this would be the right place, and so he sent a bunch of his soldiers out to outline the city boundaries of what it would be so they could start building. They took breadcrumbs and they just outlined the whole city. They went to sleep that night, and the next morning they woke up and all the birds had eaten the bread. They lost the boundaries of the city. And Alexander was a very superstitious man, and he was like, this is a terrible sign. And he goes to the oracles and he goes, please tell me what it means. And they go, Alexander, this is a wonderful omen. It's going to be so plentiful in your city that even the birds will be well fed. He goes, good. And he built that city, and it was called Alexandria. And it became one of the biggest metropolises, the capital of the world. There is something that can happen outside of our control, but it's actually up to us to decide what it means. Keep fucking going.
First off, who the hell outlines a city with bread and doesn't expect it to get eaten? Also, is he saying I should be superstitious and look for omens in my life? Because, that's against, like, every businessman ever. Also, what does the first part of the video have to do with the second? Seems like he's really grasping at straws to make these 2 points connect. And honestly, they don't. I can't be the only one who thinks that. I actually just contracted an STD, and thanks to you, Jason, I now know that this means I'm about to get mad pussy. Scrolling through his account, it's clear that we have a clickbaiting of women situation, which I find ironic considering, you know, he's such a great businessman and has so much to say that he has to clickbait with a fat pair of titties. But oh well, bro, business 101, get with the times.
Monique,
Yeah,
do you have an iPhone or an Android?
iPhone.
Natalia?
iPhone.
Danielle?
iPhone.
I have an iPhone as well. If you have an iPhone or an Android either, my team and I are looking to work with a few more people like you who want to earn like an extra $3 to $4 grand per month from home just typing messages on your phones.
Yeah, you know the information in that video is bullshit, but people are coming for a certain reason, that is. He has these live event / course things, and I'm pretty sure that's what I'm seeing in these videos. The retail price of these is $1,990. Seems like a rip to me. Though he claims he's already made 2 millionaires. I assume it wasn't off the actual information in this course, but instead just a small shout out by Jason himself, therefore boosting their companies or social accounts, whatever. It also doesn't describe what these kids were doing before they got in there. Were they already close to millionaires, or no, or what? Like, were they broke, homeless people on the street? I don't know. Am I supposed to make my own assumptions? Moving on, he also has a motivation account, which for the last couple of months has only been posting short snippets of famous people saying something cool about their lives. So I guess he just decided he didn't want to do motivation anymore. But as long as you still have the account, if it ain't broke, milk the shit out of it. Anyway, that was the first installment of What the Fuck. Thanks for watching.